Okay, can I just claw back 1 or 2 extra wins? And I am, yeah. This is the auto pairing part where you don't want to be on, where you just get canes game after game potentially. But you've got to just keep trying your best. Maybe I can play a surprise weapon like C4 here. Sort of surprise weapon anyway. Does he play C4 or CD? Could he be a bit concerned about this? It's not as standard as the normal Tarrasch thing. So maybe A3 and then look forward to something on the king side. Oh dear, oh dear. Spoiling the fun. How about knight B3? Bishop G4 is going to come now, so B4 on the cards, B4, knight B4, there's nothing after that. So for the moment, just maybe knight F1 and then H3. And G4, knight G3. Or just knight G3 and then H3, that would stop bishop H5. I got to play knight H3. It's bishop F4 over protecting E5, so knight G3 might be okay. Just thinking here anyway. So what does that mean here? A deep think in a 5-minute game. Is it going to be as much as a minute thinking about this position? Has he deemed this position critical to get right? Is there something to do with E5 or knight G3, which is unpleasant? If I play H3, bishop F3, queen F3, I get a nice bishop crudely on H7. I've driven this defensive knight away, if anything, from F6 here. We'd be casting queenside. The adventure is about to begin. So knight G3 maybe. Okay, so H3 next. Do we get this light square bishop collecting an advantage, Steinitzian advantage, the light square bishop. So there's also knight F5 to look forward to. Maybe there's F6. Tactically I have to see what's going on. Queen H5, okay. So bishop H6 here, that looks attacking. Now knight F5 looks interesting. Takes. Knight F8, I take. I'll try knight F5, there's bishop F8. Or does knight H5, same theme? Bishop F8, there's knight F6, if takes, queen F5. Ah, so knight H5. So I'm on that H7, trying to expose H7 crudely. If I can connect rooks, that would be good. So like A3, bishop D3. Connecting rooks would be handy. Also A3, bishop A2 maybe? No, I want to keep the bishop on H7. Knight F6, I'm just thinking, you know, knight G5 is on the rook. So if I connect rooks, bishop C2 he plays knight B4. So really I've got to play A3 and bishop D3, I think, before my lack of rook sociability here is exposed. They've got to be connected to each other, talking to each other on the same network, these two rooks here. Okay. Just before something really horrible happens. So A3, bishop D3, connecting and protecting both rooks. Okay, he's going to let me play that. There's knight A5 coming up. Does it matter? I'll let him play knight A5. To lesser evil, maybe bishop A2 or bishop D3, knight C4. Well, I've got him thinking anyway. This knight H5 might have disturbed him. Now he's trying to expose my rooks, my poor rooks. So queen G3 here. Hang on, queen G3, G takes. Isn't that H4? That could get back. Alright, that could get back I'm hoping it doesn't lose immediately to something horrible. I'm trying to expose his king, but with my rooks not connected, this might not be very pleasant. Okay, I can connect rooks now anyway. I can play for rook e1 and e6 maybe, knight f4. After e6 I can play knight f4 takes g6 maybe. So e6 takes knight f4, then knight g6 will be a thing. Oh, he's got queen h5. And he's got d2, even worse. So hang on a sec. Bishop d2 here. Stop this pawn for a sec. Then knight f4, then e6, then knight g6. So I don't want to lose the knight to queen h5. Okay, so knight f4, gaining a tempo, and then for e6. And also this bishop might be useful coming to c3. So e6 here or bishop c3? I think bishop c3 d2. If d2, does it matter? d2, does rook d1? Isn't that more favourable? Probably more favourable to keep hold of b2, put the bishop on an attacking diagonal. So allow d2 as a lesser evil. There's queen b3, there's queen f3. Can he decoy the queen? He can't play queen d1 there, so queen f3 he can try. He can't play knight d4. I'm covering that. Queen b3, queen f3 might be adequate. I still want to play e6 if I get the chance. Will I get the chance? e6, he's giving me a chance. This might be one of my best chances all day. So knight takes g6 looks like a nice juicy forcing move. Okay, so there's knight e7 double check, king f7, rook, queen g7 looks mating, I think. Yep. Okay, it's good always to mate an IM. I hope you enjoyed that one. I did. I mean, that was my game of the day so far. If we were to vote a game of the day, I think this has to be it. Can you guys vote your game of the day? I think this must be it, surely. There was some reasonable moves here to parry his onslaughts. Comments or questions on YouTube? Thanks very much.